Welcome back, everyone. I went ahead and did a battery comparison, a full one to my understanding, between the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro. Now, I'm going to tell you this specific battery comparison is not an end all be all, but I just wanted to kind of get a ballpark of what the differences are between these two battery lives. So I just put these phones on standby. I messed around with them a little bit. I put them all on full brightness, and basically whatever I did on one iPhone, I did the exact same thing on the other one. So it wasn't like I was using one more often than not. I was just letting them sit there and just kind of went with. And funny enough, these two phones were my main phones. They have the exact same apps on both of them too. So if that makes any difference, which it probably won't. But what I saw, and I'm gonna tell you this, okay? iOS 14 has artificially decreased the battery life on a lot of these devices. So what I'm about to tell you, keep that in mind because I'll explain it further on. So first of all, I let these iPhones sit, max brightness, close out of all the apps in the background, and 58 minutes into the little comparison, I saw that the iPhone 12 Pro was at 92% and the iPhone 11 Pro was at 92% as well. So they pretty much had the exact same battery decrease so far. So I was pretty happy about that. But again, to kind of, reiterate this, the iPhone 11 Pro actually has a bigger battery technically than the iPhone 12 Pro. But on top of that, it has a smaller display and it's a little bit, I guess, less powerful as the iPhone 12 Pro. So I was going to assume that the 11 Pro is going to beat and overtake the iPhone 12 Pro. But what ended up happening was, and I was trying to check in with these, sooner than later, but I eventually messed up. A full 2 hours later, my bad, I should have checked on one earlier. I saw that the iPhone 12 Pro was at 58% and the iPhone 11 Pro was at 53%. So again, a little bit of a difference, of a 5% difference. It wasn't a crazy thing right here, but it was still something that I saw and I was like, that's actually very, very weird. It's just strange to me that the iPhone 11 Pro was decreasing this much. It made absolutely no sense to me because the iPhone 11 Pro has a bigger sized battery. So I was super confused about that. So again, I apologize. I was going to check in within every hour, but I totally forgot. So about 6 hours into the comparison, I saw again in my vision that the iPhone 11 Pro had died. And so I went in. So that 6 hour and 17-minute mark, that is when the iPhone 11 Pro eventually died at. The iPhone 12 Pro was still at 12%. So that's, in my opinion, I even made a scale before I even did any of these battery comparisons. I saw that this technically fit into my scale at that better battery life technically. So it's not like a huge increase, but you're going to be seeing better battery life from an iPhone 12 Pro than an iPhone 11 Pro. Now, I want to say this, and this is extremely, extremely important. iOS 14, even since I updated it day one on iOS 14.0, I saw that there was a really big effect on battery life for my personal device. This was my personal device. It hasn't seen any battery degradation, which I'm really happy about. But on the 12 Pro, it's a brand new device. iOS 14 is optimized for this chipset, and I can definitely assure you that, yeah, for now, if you get a 12 Pro, it's going to have better battery life. But I think the iPhone 11 Pro will actually overtake the iPhone 12 Pro's battery life very, very soon once iOS 14 gets more optimized. I was seeing that towards the end of the day, I was ending my day at like 20% on iOS 14. I would end my day at like 40 to over 40%, maybe like 50% on iOS 14. I'm not even joking. So I can probably tell you that iOS 14 has had such a huge effect on battery life, and it's artificially making all these battery comparisons that everyone's doing extremely biased because it's just like you're comparing something that was optimized for this chipset versus something that noticeably has decreased battery life. And I can tell you that on iOS 13, every version of iOS 13 that I had on this phone, battery life was great. I had like no problems at all. And I saw at that point that the iOS 14 devices all across the board have been getting hit on the battery life department. So what I can tell you there is that definitely when it comes down to it, right now the iPhone 12 Pro has better battery life. But if you have an iPhone 11 Pro, I truly do think that battery life will get better over time. It just so happens that right now on iOS 14.1, battery life is still pretty bad. But I think if you got an iPhone 11 Pro on iOS 13, you'd probably be in a better situation. I think you'd probably get better battery life there than on iOS 14 on the iPhone 12 Pro. So that really pretty much covers it up. Hopefully that answers your guys' questions. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly, everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.